was an awful quick reaction by Sneeko, but a brutal assassination. No chance to react.
Sneeko's probably like, thank God that wasn't me. I'm almost at my blink dagger, but the gyrocopter, the more valuable target for LGD to pick up. And now they grouped as 3 at top. They have to be a bit careful. They haven't got all that many numbers here.
This combination, the storm. Oh, there you go. Denny looking for the turret. He does manage to take down the Tusk, maybe. Balling to dodge that scream. And now retreating out. He doesn't have a TP, though. He commits all of his mana for the jump out. A little bit more from the Soul Rain, and he gets down to the low ground. Dendy has the blink. It's going to be tough to catch up. Oh, he's so close.
He sees how low he is.
He's so close. This is beyond frustrating. It's never going to happen, Dendy.
Oh, no.
Oh, that hurts.
You blink and you see him and you're just like, man, this is where if Dendy had had a better start, he would be at least level 9, probably level 10, have a few more points in the blink, and
then he could go for it.
Yeah.
It would be risky. Maybe he dies, but if you kill the Storm there, it would be worth it. Not the case, though. Still, overall, they get the Tusk.
Bottom lane, MMY is stranded. There's no Tier 1 tower here.
Dendy going in, making his move forward with Artstyle. In support, has the Grave, and gets it at the perfect moment. Now the TP out back will cancel it, but he stalls as long as possible. MMY gonna go down. Artstyle will take that. Na'Vi, not flummoxed in the slightest, just continue to play aggressive, and again it's the Storm of maybe. Moving in, Laguna secures it. Xiaowei collects his freebie. Back and forth we go. 6-3 the score. Not a crazy amount of action, but both teams constantly looking for the pickoffs.
Yeah, and for LGD, I think they recognize the fact that Sneeko is spending far too much time in lane for their liking towards his blink dagger. He's sitting on 1,800 gold now, so probably was a bit over 2,000 when he died. Very close to a blink dagger. And
how much do you think the blink does? He's only level 6 here.
It's not going to be a huge game changer immediately. It's definitely something which will help Na'Vi long term, but maybe a pickoff here or there on someone like Sylar. Like one pickoff on Lycan, and you've just justified all the space you gave the Earthshaker. And I think it's the item you need to kind of be able to initiate on Sylar with a Blink Echo.
Tower will drop. Sylar starting to accelerate his own push as they surge in. Havos looking to go on Yao. Does he have something to snowball to? He needs it quickly. There is a Grave available. Fisher coming out. He snowball dodges and goes back in on Havos, who's been left to the wolves, quite literally, moving in towards him. And now they hunt down Artstyle. They continue pursuit. Funnick on the run. Xiaowei going for the cutoff here. He's got a Laguna ready. Could almost insta-give Dendy if he's not careful. One more auto attack. There's the disengage from the Fissure. A Queen of Pain from Dendy just to kill 2 Lycan Wolves. That's not what they need. And that's going to be it. Oh, Na'Vi. Where has the old magic gone? They just don't have it right now, gods.
Well, the Na'Vi may be back, but the magic's not back yet, LD. Tier 2 tower at top, getting pressured, and LGD just such great control over this game. They get down 2 deep wards in the enemy jungle, one even hovering near the mid lane. Very hard for them to engage on anything at this point. Even with this big team fight wombo combo going, they need their initiating items. They need the blink daggers. They need some way of getting in there. Darkseid doesn't even have the completed mech yet.
Even once he gets it, it's going to be tough. LGD are so mobile on 3 of these heroes. The Tusk, the Storm, the Lycan. It feels like they could just disengage if they don't have the right opportunities. Na'Vi really... I mean, for Na'Vi, the dream scenario is if they just group up as 5, walk down mid, you've got your mech, you get a good Blink Echo, you combo with the Vac, call down comes through. Like, that sounds absolutely
just
devastating.
Talk to LGD, be like, look, we're going to go down mid as 5, guys. Can you just meet us there as 5, like, grouped up a little bit?
You know when you're pubbing and, like, 2 players are fighting, there's some team losing, and the guy's like, 1v1 me in the Roche pit, dude. I'm going to own you. Nobody ever obliges.
Just need to start throwing out some fake GGs and
here we go.
LGD
Big
and
clash.
mid.
Fissure. This is the combo play that Na'Vi are searching for. Maybe gets Grave. Looks like he will end up going down here in the end. Glyph's back. No, he pulls out. Don't tell me he lives. Maybe. Oh, they gotta finish him off. This is beyond infuriating for Na'Vi. But they do get 2. It's just not the ideal candidate. God, they would have loved to take down that Storm.
It's so hard. Once he's graved, it's like, unless you can chain some doing that grave, he still had so much mana left, he's almost guaranteed to be able to get that full lightning off.
They had everything there. They had the static storm, the kinetic field, Fissure, call down. They threw the whole kitchen sink at him, and they got him. But, hey, shallow grave.
Still the kind of fight they were looking for. They get a couple of kills. They regroup a little bit, and from here they've de-warded their jungle as well. They've at least taken out one of the wards here. their vision around their own jungle in this top lane is fantastic, and that's where LGD have been spending a lot of time when they've been 5-manning. LGD have to be careful this next kind of 3 to 4 minutes. If they try and make plays around the top side of the map, Na'Vi could have their number with their team fight getting scarier and scarier, as well as the Blink Dagger being up on Earthshaker.
And it is going to be the Necro build here for Sylar. Already picked up the Necro 1. He's hit level 12, just turbo farming the woods, 120 CS, and this is not a hero that farms stacks quite the way a Gyro or a Shadow Fiend does, but he does it through raw damage rather than AoE. Keeping the lead now. He'll be the pushing engine, and you can see Sylar starting to split push a little more. Seems like with the Blink online, Na'Vi about to get their mech. This may be where LGD changed up the game plan a little bit. Stop going for the group up and fight, and start going for the split push. But Na'Vi have other ideas. They're on the smoke. Moving down through the river. They find an illusion room.
They could get lean if they had that direction, but maybe looking for a bigger prize in the Lycan, hoping that they can catch Sylar in the jungle.
They're looking for it. MMY tucked away, though. He's in a really tough spot to get at him.
They don't find the Lycan. Unfortunately, Sylar was at the Ancients when they made this expedition.
And he is going to be scouting with the Wolves now. He
doesn't
see the smoke gank, though. Oh, he might catch them retreating out.
I don't know if they've even seen MMY. He TP'd to the tier 2. He knows exactly what's going on and where Na'Vi are. When you make a TP like that, just to go a small distance.
This is, it brings back memories. These Wolves just always giving vision, and potentially even later on, the Storm can use them as a launching pad for boots of travel.
A resmoke, though. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but they're headed towards top.
Well, the split push is coming quickly. They're going to fight mid. Funny getting caught out.
It's a fake push. They're looking to initiate top. Saniko's going to go for a Blink Echo Slam, but he's too late. He tried to get there to defend with the smoke.
They go on mid instead. They're going to take the tier 1 down, but it's a tier 1 for a tier 2, and maybe closes in on the Bloodstone.
They've got the Observer Ward.
Commitment here. They have
Blink
to
Echo.
completely change Stun him, or he will just fall away. No! Maybe finish the camp too soon. There's the Yules. Echo at the ready. They've got just a split second here. Saniko on the chase. He's out of mana now. Has the TP scroll. I think they got him with the next fissure, but they have to make sure this connects. Blink forward. Keep the vision on him. He balls out trying to dodge, but he can't. And they finally corral that pesky Storm.
When that fissure missed, my heart just stopped. And he's going to get away from another 4-man gang. Like, how is this possible? But
oh, jeez.
If he had gotten away, then Na'Vi would just be on tilt. And
it's just one of those games where you don't have that much lockdown for Storm. It's really just the Blink Echo. Your Glimpse Static Storm sounds nice, but haven't had the vision for it most of the time. And you could it's just frustrating if you're on the other side and you're Na'Vi, but finally they're able to bring him down, and I don't think he spent his gold before he died there, so it will delay the Bloodstone quite a bit.
Didn't have any way of, needed the curry at the secret shop if he wants to spend money, and for LGD, they've slowed down quite a bit here. They haven't been gaining momentum. They haven't really taken a big farm advantage outside of Sylar, so they do have, and I think they're really respecting the team fight of Na'Vi right now. They're not looking to get aggressive on the map like they'd normally do. 15 to 20 minutes is normally where LGD reigns supreme. They're 5-manning, they're taking towers, they're smoking a lot, but right now instead, they're playing defensively and farming as passively as they can. Sylar was farming the Ancients, not his own jungle, when Na'Vi were missing, because he had protection there and his jungle was a complete unknown factor. He does not feel safe moving out on this map with his team.
Yeah, normally the rap on LGD is they only play one way because they're a Xiao 8 team. They like to just 5-man, group up and fight, but we see their ability to adapt here, and it's definitely the right way to go, given the nature of the drafts for this stage. Maybe once they get some BKBs, could be in the offing for Sylar, and eventually for maybe, then perhaps they look towards the bigger, larger scale team fights, but like you said, just very risky to go in for the larger 5v5 right now.
Wolves will come on through and scout out Na'Vi at the Ancients here, but this is the key here for LGD, is use the vision that these Wolves provide. It can allow them to...
They had the ward mid. They saw 2, and they're smoking. Yep. They have the Yules now as well on Xiao 8. Could be the tool to initiate. Saniko has a Blink Dagger, but if he gets caught by Xiao 8, he's not going anywhere. Blink out just in time. Yep. Oh, and Xiao 8's revealed. Saniko, Spidey senses a tingling, does make it out. But Yao still wants to go in on this.
I think
double Observer Ward here as one is about to expire, so they have plenty of vision towards mid.
You're fighting a scary team fight. Storm not there. Storm finishing his Bloodstone at the top lane, which is fine. And I think the idea was find a solo pick off and then get out. They realized that 3 heroes with the Ancients, so while they were nearby the mid lane, they felt like they could get a quick pick off and make their way out. But Saniko, like you said, fast fingers, gets out of there, and LGD just going to have to be forced to go back to that defensive farming nature right now.
It honestly kind of reminds me of those TI3 games where you'd see like a Magnus and just a hard carry melee hero, where that's how LGD are approaching this one. It's one big misstep, we get team wipe by this combo. So let's, like you said, find the pick off. Don't go in on 5, not right now. Once Storm gets a BKB, once we have a couple of additional items on the Lycan, then maybe we can force these fights. But now is not their time. They're looking for, again, bottom, trying to hunt out Funnick. Didn't see him, though. He just made into the trees.
Back in.
He surges out. He backs in. He drops the wall. There's the Echo Shower, dead in an instant. And in a blink, so too is Yao. But Sylar says, screw it, rushes in, deploys his Necro Book, now decides to back out very fast as MMY tanks the Queen of Pain out one by one. LGD getting picked off and pulled apart. They'll end up losing 3. Didn't have to storm there. Probably wouldn't have mattered. Navi see what looks like a very slight opening, and they just go for it.
Fantastic play. Funnick managed to hide from the trees as Zhao came out, so he had no idea where the Darkseid was. Darkseid calls for the TPs, and they just pounce. They get 2 kills instantly, and then LGD think, okay, we can go in and fight. They just use all their ultimates, which was true, but they still didn't have the firepower. The Necro 3s just weren't really that potent in the fight.
In their jungle, they have found him again, maybe. Oh, the Fissure just late.
Yep.
Didn't have the Echo follow-up, but they did have a glimpse. Might have been able to catch him with that.
Maybe he'll TP himself towards bottom, and Funnick does need to be a bit careful down here.
This game looking a whole lot more stable for Navi, and they just have a lot more ways to catch heroes out. Last game, it was really just Artstyle and the Disruptor as the source of their team fighting control, but this time the Suniko Earthshaker, to some extent even the Funnick Darkseer, and now much more so as he gets the blink. This used to be one of Funnick's really big heroes. TI3 again, I don't know if you recall that 3 or 4 hero vacuum onto the Dire Cliff in their jungle. Oh, that was a thing of beauty. Funnick's looking for that once more.
He's had ones like that around the Roshan pit countless times as well, where he'll vacuum people onto the cliff.
They want to fight bottom. Do they have the ultimate cooldowns on time? Echo Slam is up at 50. No